Guys, today we are going to Oman, a Middle Eastern country where the desert takes up nearly 80% of the area. But amidst that dry heat, there are beautiful, alluring, and sexy women, even though they are covered from head to toe, showing only their eyes. This is also home to special markets, where you only see men in white robes, selling both guns and knives. And also, in Oman, you will get to enjoy unique dishes cooked for up to 48 hours underground. So behind that wealthy and calm exterior, what unusual things are actually hidden? Let's find out about real life in Oman right now in today's video. Overview and real life. Hidden on the southeastern edge of the Arabian Peninsula, bordering Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and the United Arab Emirates. Oman has an area of about 309,500 square kilometers, almost the size of New Mexico in the US, but the population is only about 5 million people. That is just half the population of New York City, making this place one of the countries with the lowest population density in Asia. Though not filthy rich like the big guys in the region like Qatar or the UAE, but according to IMF forecasts, in 2025, Oman's GDP per capita is around $19,000 a year. The important thing is, Oman owns an extremely strong currency, guys. One Omani rial is worth about 2.7 US dollars, ranking in the top 3 most valuable currencies in the world. Its purchasing power is so high that the government has to issue banknotes worth half a rial and a quarter rial and even coins called paisa. Unlike in Venezuela or Zimbabwe, where people have to carry a whole sack of money just to buy a loaf of bread. One more interesting thing is Oman's flag consists of 3 horizontal stripes: white, red, and green. And a red vertical stripe on the left has the national emblem, which is 2 crossed swords, a dagger, and a belt. White symbolizes peace, red for the history of battles, and green for prosperity and mountains, guys. And what is the first thing you notice when walking on the street? It is their women, right? Yes, when talking about Omani women, the first impression is a reserved yet dazzling beauty. They usually wear a long and loose cloak called abaya and a headscarf called hijab. Some even wear metal masks, revealing only mysterious eyes, to judge if someone is beautiful just by their eyes. Have you tried that yet? But behind that beauty is a strength that catches many people off guard. In the coastal town of Mahut, hundreds of Bedouin women wade into the sea-hunting squid with handmade spears. No boats, no nets, no machines. This job is only passed down from mother to daughter. Men do not take part. Elsewhere, in ancient towns like Nizwa, many women still work at home weaving, making perfume, grinding spices, crafting jewelry, then letting men take them to the market to sell. It is not being isolated, guys. That is just their traditional culture. As for modern Muscat, Omani women are getting higher education, driving taxis, doing social services, stepping into fields once only for men. They show that religious beliefs don't stop them from working, as long as they maintain the necessary modesty. Just don't wear high slits or low-cut tops and it is all good. And the men here all wear pure white dishdashas, reaching down to their heels. Only a few wear other colors like blue or gray. Basically, the tones are pretty soft. No one rocks green or red or purple or yellow. On their heads, they wear a kuma, a round cap with intricate embroidery, or a musar, a turban. The way they wrap it differs by region. Even taxi drivers dress the same. Some add a khanjar dagger, a national symbol that is both a weapon and jewelry, tucked in front of their belly under the robe. Like a silent statement, I am a true Omani man, a real man indeed. But they aren't loud or rough at all. Walking softly and speaking gently with a charming smile is for real, guys. And you also see a lot of cars on the streets, right? Luckily, the land is vast and people are scarce, so parking lots are huge. They also apply an automated fine system, so cars follow the rules pretty well. Plus, with gas costing about $0.5 a liter, people buy cars even more. Besides, everywhere you go, you see vintage motorcycles reminding you of old America. Back in the day, only well-off families could afford those, no joke. Or you can hop on an electric scooter to tour the city. And it is not rare to see men cycling in those somewhat cumbersome outfits. Walking into this area, you will see Omani men practicing a traditional dance holding swords, axes, and knives as props. all wearing the same outfit, stepping rhythmically and decisively. No need for a stage or fancy sound system, just looking at it is enough to see the Omani cultural identity shining through clearly. Looking from this angle, you can really see how unique the architecture here is. Surrounded by tons of date palms, a tree that withstands drought extremely well, with roots clinging deep to suck up groundwater. Nearby, there is also an oasis, where locals go down to bathe and even swim together even though the water is super shallow. Surrounded by nothing but rocks and sand, where did they even find this water spot? It is so nice. Look over to this side, the water is even a super beautiful emerald green. Maybe because Oman hasn't really exploited tourism much, everything still keeps that wild look. You can climb up the surrounding rocks and jump down to swim like this to get a thrill. And I noticed that basically any guy coming to Oman will likely try the shaving and haircut service over there. First, they will apply white foam to your beard area, and the shaving process begins. Rest assured that for every customer, they use a brand new blade. Then, if you want, the barber will proceed to exfoliate your skin for you. After that, just a few sprays of mist and then a skincare step. The total damage is $4. When paying, they even say thank you by placing their hand on their chest. That is the general overview. And to understand Omani culture better, let's move our group to the strange markets in Oman. What do you think if you are just chilling at the market with your basket and suddenly run into men pointing guns at you? You would be scared to death, right? Actually, this is a hunting gun stall where people can take one home completely legally. If you are not into long-range stuff, then machetes are also displayed in all kinds of designs for customers to choose. Then, there are daggers worn on the side that are cool as hell. It has a J-shaped curved blade, usually forged from steel, with the handle and sheath decorated with intricately carved silver. Many people seeing that get anxious, wondering if traveling to Oman is dangerous. Well, here are comments from people who have been there. Everyone says it is super safe, it is just a bit expensive because their currency is strong. And every Friday morning in Nizwa, Oman, a special livestock market takes place where locals gather early to join auctions for live goats, sheep, and cows. Here, the goat is king. Goat meat is considered the most premium, more expensive than lamb and beef. Locals highly value everything from the breed teeth, hooves, tail, to even the agility of the animal. The goats will be led around and the seller will set a price. Whoever buys will raise their hand to bid, touching with their own hands to check the animal's health. A beautiful one can sell for up to 400 to 600 Omani rials, which falls into the range of 1,000 to 1,500 US dollars, guys. Besides, there are also cows, sheep, chickens, rabbits, but the goat is still the king of the market. Right next to the pickup truck, carrying goats is a place selling colorful rugs and fabrics placed right on the roof of the car. Beside the goat truck, there are also trucks carrying bunches of garlic mixed with bags of rice, bags of bran, then candy, coffee, fruit, even ornamental plants. Anything can be put on the truck. Many people just like to watch and don't want to buy or sell anything. Sitting up here like this also saves you from jostling guys. Besides men, we catch glimpses of women in full black outfits, wearing iron masks, walking goats. And they aren't laughing happily because they are restricted from interacting with strange men. There is no one like the video thumbnail. Even shopping is cautious. Have to admit, Arab women don't have it easy. Not just animals, but honey can also make a crowd gather to watch because seeing a seller like this is rare. Over here is the veggie market. The seafood market is right here. Parallel is the handicraft market. Everywhere there are terracotta pots in all shapes, colors, and carved with unique patterns. They are stacked on the ground and hung up too, used instead of porcelain and metal as a way to keep tradition alive through generations. Normally people hang lanterns, but hanging actual pots here is the real deal. Both for decoration and display, they even use terracotta to make huge dagger models like that. Looking at the whole city, this place deserves the title Terracotta City. If I didn't say it, probably no one would think this is a market, guys. Just the entrance is this huge. Going to the market and still being able to check in for photos? Thought it was a villa in a rich area flooded with cars. Exactly, almost everyone in this country owns at least one car. Going inside the market is surprisingly clean, almost no trash, and everything is clearly zoned even though it is just a regular local market, with signs written entirely in Arabic. From this angle, it looks just like a shopping mall. Here you can find olive oil sold in tons of bottles. And anyone wanting purple garlic with rich flavor, please come to Oman immediately. Going upstairs, what hits your eyes will be baskets and bags, woven and hung along the walkway, plus some chests too. Wow, it must take quite some time to make that. Or if you want to be a warrior, this armor is super suitable too. Anyone wanting to buy specialties, just head straight to the food zone, selling dates and date products. It is divided into sections with each type, each price. There are sticks for you to sample before deciding to buy. You also get to see the processing and packaging with modern machines with your own eyes. Everything is out in the open. The trip continues moving to Mutra, the traditional fish market of Oman. Fish are brought ashore in huge batches, mainly silver cheek fish, totally catch-of-the-day seafood, guaranteed fresh as can be. No wonder the cats sniff it out immediately. Since Oman is an Islamic country, you can't buy pork, and beef is also scarce, so seafood becomes the main food source. Even though it is called a fish market, they still sell all kinds of shrimp, squid, crab, and giant sea snails. However, Muslims don't eat amphibians like frogs and crocodiles and creatures without scales, or not slaughtered properly, so there are some animals they just have to look at with regret. Besides seafood, frankincense is the cultural soul here. The incense is harvested from trees growing in the desert on the border of Oman and Yemen. People chip into ancient trees hundreds of years old to let the resin flow out, harden, then burn it on red-hot coal, creating white smoke with an enchanting scent. But even more mesmerizing is at this stall. All kinds of colorful string lights are brought home for decoration. But walking forever without eating makes you hungry. So right now, I invite our group to move on to explore Omani cuisine immediately. Unique cuisine in Oman. The first meal is breakfast. You will get to enjoy Ragag bread, or also called khubz Ragag. The seller will use their hands to roll a thin layer of dough evenly on the hot flat stove, as thin as a sheet of paper. Then, they usually crack an egg, spread butter, or date syrup. After creating a crispy crust, they fold it up to eat hot right on the spot. In a more full topping version, sometimes they sprinkle some other spices on top too. It looks like dried onions, and then they add molasses at the very end. But the beehives over here look pretty strange too, guys. Usually we see round hives, but here the hives don't follow any fixed shape. They are oblong, some thin, some thick, some long, some short. Some even look golden yellow already. Over here we have Shuwa, the famous traditional grilled meat dish of Oman. The meat is usually lamb or goat marinated for many hours or even days. Then it is wrapped in banana leaves or palm leaves and put all together in a super thick bag. Then buried in a dirt pit to cook for 24 to 48 hours. As for those pits, if you want them hot, you have to build a fire first. And you see, there are tons of pits like that all over the yard. Waiting until the fire dies out and only the heat remains, 4 strong guys will be in charge of lowering those bags down at the same time. It takes 2 stacks like that to fill up the pit. Then, they will cover it with a lid, and to be sure, they weigh it down with a heavy object so the lid doesn't fly away. But it is still not done there. This group grabs shovels to scoop sand and spread it around the rim of the lid to ensure air cannot get in. Otherwise, smoke would escape like this, and it wouldn't cook properly. Only when finished in a pit like that is it the true standard of the Omani people. After the work is done, going inside, you realize the scale of this restaurant is huge. Each table has an induction stove and a sink attached straight to it. The moment has arrived. Waiting after lifting the bag out of the pit, you peel off each layer from opening the bag to the foil to the banana leaf. Finally, you will see the meat falling apart, soft, fragrant with spices, almost melting as soon as you touch it. This time we see them preparing to put a pot of something that looks like pork fat into the oven. But let me tell you, that is Omani Harees, a mix of crushed barley plus chicken or lamb. In the kitchen, using a traditional tandoor oven, meat is prepped with ginger, garlic, salt, then mixed with crushed barley instead of rice, like many other cuisines. You know what? Barley is the foundation of many traditional dishes, especially in long stewed dishes. Chicken or lamb gets put into the grain mix. Add just enough water, then put it straight into the tandoor oven, where heat is kept completely sealed. Just a few minutes after putting it in, the mixture starts boiling up. But to reach the standard level, the dish has to cook through the night until the next morning to be finished okay. Oman almost doesn't use strong spices, no heat, no overpowering smell, but relies on the natural fat of meat and Omani ghee. When taking it out of the oven, people mix in a huge amount of dark yellow ghee, mix it up well, then pour more butter and mix again. At this point, the meat has totally dissolved into the grain, creating a thick and smooth texture. Eating with a spoon or hands is both suitable. It appears frequently during Ramadan, Eid, and big family dining occasions. Now to the dish that takes the most ingredients, guys. Over a dozen types, guys, including nuts, saffron, sugar, starch, and ghee butter. Coming with it is a super huge giant copper basin and a long shovel to stir the food. The process starts with pouring water into the copper basin first. Once boiling, add white sugar, followed by pure lump sugar. Then starch is added, and from this moment, the mixture must be stirred constantly. Traditionally, the stirring can last up to over 24 hours, but in reality, in this batch, it is 2 to 3 hours without stopping. When stirring, the mixture starts to bubble up. When saffron is sprinkled in, the aroma bursts out immediately and spreads very strongly. Next, cardamom is added in a moderate amount, then rose water, creating a complex scent layer. Then butter is added spoon by spoon, drizzled directly onto the surface. As it continues to simmer on low heat, butter slowly soaks into the mixture, making it smooth and silky. Nuts continue to be added along with more butter. After cooking is done, they add butter one last time to fully soak in. And do you know what dish that is? It is called halwa. When scooped into bowls, it has already turned into a black sticky paste. So those bowls that are often displayed in these plates are exactly it. And if you walk down the street, you will realize it is all men selling stuff, not a shadow of women anywhere. Each stall has just a little bit of goods, but everything is transported by car, specifically kept in the trunk, a signature selling style you will rarely see in any other country. And even more special is stone-grilled meat. In the US, there are imported stone-grilled sausages. Over in Oman, they put each meat skewer onto big stones. Heard it is insanely good, guys. Chewing for a while now probably makes your mouth tired, right? So let's stop by this soup stall. Fresh chili gets put into the cup. Don't worry, this chili isn't the spicy kind in the US, so it is not that hot, guys. Next up is lime juice. Then they ladle piping hot soup into the cup. There is seafood soup, beef soup, and even a type combining meat with seafood. Coming with it is bread stuffed with meat, onions, and bell peppers. Wow, looking at it makes me drool, guys. Next to that is mandazi, a fried bread also known as a donut, originating from the Swahili coast. It is also called bofrot or puff puff in West African countries like Ghana or Nigeria. For me, I gotta eat 2 or 3 of those. And you know what? In Oman, alcohol is strictly restricted, but that doesn't stop this country from having its own drinking culture. The interesting thing is, the most loved drink is not wine, beer, or even coffee, but Mountain Dew, that neon green soda from the same company as Pepsi. Finally, let's go explore inside the most expensive perfume factory in the world. Heading into the countryside you probably wouldn't expect, that is the birthplace of the finest perfume lines in the world. Once created as gifts exclusively for kings and royals. A prime example is the brand Amouage, costing a few $100s a bottle. Amouage uses 3 core ingredients with local origins: super rare Hojari frankincense from Oman, Jebel limestone mountain roses, and ambergris from sperm whales. Here, 2 distillation methods still exist side by side, traditional and modern. The ancient method uses copper pots, hot coal, and water, where the first thing to do is stuff those pots full of flowers. Switching to the modern method, it is high-tech, or well, it uses a steam system and closed condensation. Just pour the pile of flowers into this tube. Then steam rises, directly going straight into this tube, heading to the condenser, finally giving pure essential oil, especially without that smoky smell like the traditional way. This is exactly a factory producing countless perfume bottles from droppers to dozens of huge containers. Even so, the extraction efficiency is extremely low. 4,000 kilograms of roses only yields about 1 liter of essential oil, so you understand why it is expensive, right? Finally is the strictly controlled bottling process. Each batch has full tracking codes from mixing date, aging time for packaging, to quantity. The bottle design uses Swarovski crystals and a magnetic cap with a royal crown pattern, clearly showing the regal origin of the brand. After that, just put those bottles into paper boxes and let the line run itself. But I don't know if anyone here likes perfume, right? Leave a comment saying yes, so I know I am not lonely, okay? And just now, we have explored a little bit about Oman. What are you most impressed with in this country? Leave your opinion in the comments section to share for everyone to know, okay? Thank you guys for watching the video until this very moment. And now goodbye, and see you guys in the next interesting videos. Bye-bye!